Hey guys, Sadie from Evaporated. I just wanted to make a quick video, just kind of briefly talking about this whole legislation thing that's looming in Canada right now, and how I feel about it. And yeah, am I worried? Yes and no. I think that there's a lot of fear mongering going on as far as the government and Health Canada and all of that goes. I think that there's a lot of media hype going on, maybe on both sides. Mostly, it's kind of mostly the side advocating against it that's ridiculous, and of course it's getting the most attention because it makes all of us mad because it's stupid. This whole banning flavors thing is just, I can barely talk about it, and I don't really get involved a lot in conversations about it on the internet because I try to maintain a professional vibe in the vaping communities that I'm part of, and I'll probably just start swearing a lot and posting rude memes and not being very professional because I start reading everybody else's comments and I start getting all heated about it because generally I'm agreeing with them and they're all riled up, and it's just I can't because I just get so mad. But on the real, do I think that they have a leg to stand on with this whole banning flavors thing? Again, with the yes and no, because you never know what they can get away with. They're the government. We're just little nobodies. However, little nobodies have a huge voice when it's something that we believe in. And this isn't, and I don't want to bring up marijuana, and I don't want to get into a big talk about it, or even really talk about my stance on it, but it does get brought up quite a bit in comparison to e-cigs. And to me, it's different because smoking is hugely addictive. It's something that most of us could not quit. And non-smokers will say we're just not strong enough. No, it is freaking hard. There is such a huge emotional attachment to cigarettes, for one thing. There's a physical attachment to cigarettes. There's a mental attachment to cigarettes. There's a nostalgia around smoking. Like, I quit for a week once, and I was a freaking mess, and I had like fits, like tantrums, crying, and just from nothing more than looking at my lighter because I missed it, looking at my empty ashtray, things like that. It's hard. Whereas weed is already illegal in most places, and so nothing has changed there other than people want it legalized. There is no change in habit to that debate. It's still people that smoke marijuana will still smoke marijuana if it gets legalized, and they'll still smoke it even if it doesn't. So it's a different monster to talk about. Whereas this is talking about people that were able to throw away a oftentimes lifelong habit that was killing us, and this has taken its place, and it was pretty much a painless transition. Not to say that this is a smoking cessation device, but it is definitely an alternative, and it is unarguably a safer alternative. So this saved my life. This is basically my hero, and they're trying to tell me that this is bad for me and I shouldn't be able to do it, or that I should be punished for doing something that may look a little bit like smoking. Therefore, I must still be sort of a smoker, so I shouldn't be allowed to enjoy it. So I shouldn't be able to vape my strawberry cream because, it's a punishment, and or it's going to attract the kids. Screw you, it's going to attract the kids. Does the apple cider attract the kids? Yeah, it does, but it only attracts kids that already want to drink. If it wasn't for the fruity flavored liquors, they'd still be drinking crappy tasting alcohol because they already want to get drunk. So I'm sorry, but if I had a child and they were looking at a pack of cigarettes and a bottle of e-juice and an ego twist and a tank, and they were going to pick one up, like they were going to either vape or smoke, I would pray that they would vape. So if you're talking about kids, yeah, if they're already going to smoke, then I'd rather they vaped. If the delicious tasting, pretty much harmless e-liquid keeps them away from that cigarette, why not? And it's not like there's a bunch of kids running out there going, oh my god, I want to vape, it's so cool. Really, this looks kind of ridiculous to people that are not an ex-smoker. You know what I mean? I can't see a lot of non-smokers of any age watching us do this and going, gee, I'd like to do that. That looks really cool. A lot of them actually think it looks ridiculous. So, I think it's a stupid point. I think it's their selling point. Trying to get anti-e-cig lobbyists in their camp and rallying for them because the children, you throw children in there and everybody gets a bleeding heart all of a sudden. Well, I don't, because I think it's a hooey and it's never going to fly. And if you, Mr. Government, ban this, I'm going to fight you, because now you have crossed a huge line of just being ridiculous. And your greed and your need for trying to make money off of this is showing, and that's all it is. So, as far as my opinion on these recent posts everywhere about upcoming regulations, kind of worried a little, not overly right now. I don't think now is the time that it's going to happen. I'm hoping I'm right. I am worried enough, however, to have sent quite a few emails in the last couple of days to politicians about my opinions, and keep them as diplomatic as possible without calling them raging douches. But and signing petitions and stuff, I've done all of that, but I'm just not completely worried yet. I think that we're going to follow suit of the US more than anything, like we pretty much always do. And I think that they're just trying to scare people like they do when they send currently existing vape shops letters like cease and desist. How about no? So anyway, that's my little rant. I don't know. I think that we should all do our part to sign what we can to make our voices as loud as possible, and just keep vaping. Just keep vaping. You know in your heart what's right? We all do. So just stay strong in that band together and carry on, as they say.